Clean the screen. Let's send this information. 107. Still a little dark. Hi there. Can you hear me? Could you type and let me know if you hear me? Hi. Oh, great. Nice to have you here. I know I'm still working with the lighting. The lighting is still not as good as I want it to be, but it'll have to do. Also, let me see. I have some resources here. I thought they were posted. Let's see. Welcome to. Good. We're a little early, right? You and I. Okay, let me see if I can. It didn't show. I'm posting these resources here. Can you see anything that I've written in the chat? Could you let me know if you see anything in the chat? Because I have a list of resources for online jobs that I put in my chat area. I don't know why. Maybe it's too many. Put my glasses on. Okay, maybe I have too many words. Oh yeah, okay, I think it's just too many. So I will start off with this and go. Okay, let's cut these. Okay. Copy. You still there, right? Can you still hear me? And you're in Madrid? I didn't see you said you're in Madrid. I have my glasses on now. That's right. Yes, that's right. I forgot. You were, yeah, urban girl. Yes, you were at the last live, right? Okay, let me see. I'm going to see if I can post. And I took some of them off. My job resources. Okay. Let me take this. Good. I'm so glad to have you back. I'm working on copying and pasting. Now let's see if I can send this part. 800. I think I have too much in here. Okay, I know what I'll do. I have too much. It's only so much I can put in the chat area. So I'm going to take some out. Online. It won't let me take it out. Okay, yes, it will. Okay, hang in there. Hopefully we won't be the only ones, but even if we are, that's okay. We'll have fun about it. We'll just take some of these out and I'll start off with. Okay, yeah, I had too many words. Apes Cafe. Okay, I'm still here. I'm just fixing something now. Okay. Why isn't it not letting me do that? Okay. Online job resources. I wish I had another way of, let me see if I can. Copy and paste. Yeah, it only let me put so many different. It's a quiet. Oh, you have time. Good. Okay, good. Okay, because it's only letting me put so much in the chat because I try to. I see the info in the chat. Okay, I hope you can read online job resources, teaching English as a second language website. So I can actually teach. I have them written down, so it looks like I'll type them as I read them because I didn't realize that in this live you can only put up to 200 words. So, and you're hearing me clearly, right? Okay. No blurriness. Okay, so let's see. Now the ones that I have right now, these are we're gonna okay, good. I know it's still early. What time we have? We still have a few minutes. Let's see. Yeah. Because even if it's just me and you, we'll just have a chat. But I think some people will show up. Yes, no sound problems, no problems with sound. What about blur? I'm not blurry, am I? Am I blurry? Okay. Okay, so I think you can see that in the chat. I'll start off with that and then abc360.com. Here. Okay, good. No blurry. I wonder why it's not letting me now. It's not letting me type. Okay, there. That's why. abc360.com. These are some of the websites I like, and we'll talk about those. I'm just putting them in there now. Let's tz.com. Since now I'm realizing it's probably best to do them verbally. And italki. ilki.com. Then there's Palfish. Oops, let's escape again. And what is this thing keeps? Okay. Make notes, yeah. Dave's Cafe, that's a good one. If you go on to Dave's Cafe, I don't know if you can make a tab and kind of open it up too. That one has a list of all the, let me put here, all different types of online jobs for teaching English as a second language. And some of those have jobs where they're all online, or they are ones where they hire you to come to their country. So it could be jobs in China, Cambodia, Japan, even Europe here. They have some for here, like, Spain, like Madrid, where you are, but they also have a lot of them that are in Asian countries. And they pay very, very well. The ones, and then the online ones too. So let me finish this on Palfish. And then the ones that I'm mentioning to you, I work 3 of them right now. So Palfish is one, and then Ingu, I work this one too. And these are Ingu. And just, take your time writing them down, and then go in and check these sites out. These are mostly online. The one that I mentioned, like ESL.com, ESL Cafe, and Dave's Cafe, those have a list of other online jobs, just different, like I said, from all over. Whereas ABC 360 and Berlitz, Verbling, italki, Palfish, and Ingu, those are actual websites. You go directly to them and you can fill out the application And I have a referral code for Cowfish and Verbaling. And so I'll see if I can get that before we finish. So that way, if you have a referral code, it's easier just to, they see your application immediately. And then you can just go, what do you say? Okay, I'm in the auxiliary, the conversation. Oh, really? So you said that's a French. Oh, Ingu.com. Okay, wait. No, what do you say? Auxiliaire de conversation? Is that like an English, teaching English type of thing? Yeah, Ingu.com is good too. That's actually new. I just started teaching with them, and they paid $22 an hour, and the classes are only 24 minutes long, and they're with adults. You have option to teach kids too, but it's really adults. Let's see what else. And then I'll type in the other resources I have besides teaching English, because I also do voiceovers. Okay, yes, it's an English teaching assistant. Oh, run by the ministry. Okay. And that one is it's French though, right? Sounds like is it in France? I mean, basically French. Which, maybe French people who learn in English. Okay, let me see. Oh, Spanish. I'm sorry. Okay, so it's Spanish. Okay. And these are Spanish people, of course, teaching, wanting to learn English. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put the other resources too while you're hanging in here with me, and then we'll go over them. Now, the other resources that I use is, and then I have another tip at the end that I really, really use. I use something called Voice Bunny, and that's if you're into voiceovers, and you don't have to be a professional or anything. Sometimes these type of websites, they just want you to repeat things. It's real cool. Yes, I work in a bilingual school, public school. Okay, so I think you'll like these online English ones, because voicebunny.com. Other online resources. Okay, and then this one is voicebunny.com, and I'll tell you on the English ones which one is the best, which, since you already teach in English, or you already in education, which one you would like the best. Testing time. And then what else is voices.com also. These are the ones that have voice in them. Those are voiceovers where, you could still sign up, and they'll send you documents to read, and they either like your voice or they don't. They're not like things for actors. Some are, but a lot of it's just for amateurs, so you can use that as well as another revenue stream. Oh yeah, and this company I just found out, one digital, one, spelling it wrong, one digital, onedigital.com, and it's actually a health and benefits company. Digital. Did I spell that right? Yeah. In parentheses, say health benefits. Okay. Health benefits company. Okay. And that one is like customer service stuff that you can do for them online, where they have customers calling and asking questions. That one's good for that too. Let's see. And then my favorite, this one, and then we're going to talk about it right after I finish typing the rest of them in, okay? And then this is the best resource that got me started when I started living abroad and was looking for extra resources and stuff. This is the best way. That a lot of these came from YouTubers that are talking about online jobs. So I'm going to give you the main, I'm just put my favorite, thank you, my favorite YouTubers for online jobs. Did I cut that off? Yeah. Okay. My favorite YouTubers. You said I'm doing this program to gain more experience. Okay, good. You know, let me write this for, the good thing about for online jobs, do this first, and then I'll tell you. Yeah. Okay. So with experience, especially with the online jobs for teaching English as a second language, they don't really expect you to have a whole lot of experience actually teaching per se. What it is that if you're a native speaker, meaning if you're Canadian, American, Australian, New Zealand, anyone who native language is English, that's your number one qualification that they expect. Okay. And also because it's all about the accent, these students want to have an accent, or they prefer to learn from someone with a North American accent, which means actually Canadians and Americans. So you'll be able to get your job without having like this massive amount of experience, because the main qualification is being a native speaker. And most of these jobs that I'm talking about, they already have the lesson plans for you. For example, let's see, abc360.com, they already have everything, the students and everything for you. I followed Driven Spice and saw your in. Oh, okay, good. Hi, I'm glad to know that. I'm not high, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So if when I was being interviewed by Cinnamon, I was saying that don't get alarmed by thinking that you need to have this a massive amount of experience to teach English online. You really don't. Your main qualification is being a native speaker. Most of these jobs that I mentioned here, especially the teaching ones, they all come with students. The students are given to you already. The what do you call that? The resources, meaning the materials, the English materials for the students, it's already provided, and they have training. So when they hire you, they train you to show you how to work the platform. So, don't worry about the other stuff. While you're working, let me see what he said. I'm from LA and have 15 years. Oh, HR experience. Okay. And decided on a career change. Yeah. Me too. I know exactly what you're talking about. I had a total career change. Was freaking out a little bit, thinking that, you know, I was gonna, because I was, yes, you were probably making good money too. I was, but the work-life balance was not happening. America, I'm from LA too. I'm from Long Beach, right? So I know that driving, the freeway, the whole stuff, you didn't really have quality of life. So we were looking for more of life, living life, right? And thinking a career change, is actually going to do it. And most of the time it does. But if you even have a career change in the United States, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference, because you still end up working too much, because that's the culture. When you move abroad, a lot of people don't really realize this, and I think it's cheaper, right? It's just much cheaper to live abroad. The quality of life is better, the food is better, but it is scary in the beginning. And not being able to just get a job in another country, that's not easy. And sometime depending on the country you want to go to, it's actually not doable. So these are the best resources, and you have your freedom, too. I wouldn't want to work for anyone else. He was laid off at Toyota when they moved to, yes, that's right, they moved to Plano, Texas. Okay. I'm sure you remember, the headquarters in Torrance. Yes, I do. And I actually was Still in the US. I think I was in what year did they leave? Because I was in the US and I remember them leaving. And because I worked for the entertainment industry for many of my years, Paramount Pictures, CBS, and then I career changed. Yes, I came back home in 2017. I worked for about 6 months when I came back home after being gone for three, and then I came back home, and it was a, oh my God, culture shock. In 2017, I was so miserable back in LA, back in Long Beach, because I had been gone. Yeah, yeah, Paramount. Oh my God, work, work, work. I was getting up at 5 in the morning, getting on the freeway just so I can beat traffic. Even though, and sometimes I would have to be on the set at 4, so I would get on the freeway at 3, and then be on set. So that's working at Paramount and the entertainment industry. The money was good, but you didn't have a life, and then the culture was kind of like, you know, just so you could go to yeah, the Melrose lot. Yeah, uh, yeah, the Melrose lot. That's like right off of Sunset, right? Sunset Boulevard. Yeah, because I worked at CBS, which was on Sunset Boulevard. That was my first job right out of college because my degree was in broadcasting. Yeah, so I know the Melrose lot, and then I started working as a PA for all the background talent. So yeah, so they would be if they had background work to do, or there was something in the area that they were filming, they would all have to park at the Melrose lot over there. Oh, yours. Oh, communication studies. Okay, so we have that in common. Mine was broadcast communications. So yeah. And then I did like you. I end up changing careers, and I ended up working for University of Phoenix before I left for another. How long was that? I was at University of Phoenix for 5 years, and then Bristol University in Anaheim for 1 year, a year and a half. And then that's when I was like, I'm done. I'm out. I gotta go. Yeah. So I went into education. It was just on a fluke. I don't even know how I ended up in education, but I'm glad I did because it made me, when I got to Europe, which was Paris for the first time, I got lucky, and they were looking for educators at um, American University of Paris. So I don't know if I mentioned that. That's what made me kept my foot in the door in Paris for so long. I applied for this position because the universe put someone in front of me, and they just so happened to work at HR at American University in Paris, which is an American university, but it's on French soil. So yeah, so then I started working in the education department in marketing. Yep. And so, but I had a contract with them that was only for 6 months, but that's all I needed because the 6 months gave me kind of like that work visa to stay there long enough. And then I was able to travel and figure out where I wanted to be. And then I went to Italy after that. And Italy is where I stayed for a little while too. But it gave me that I had that visa, that work visa that made me I was able to stay longer. And then I found out all this stuff from people who were traveling too. What I'm teaching you or telling you about all these online resources because I end up finding out about not Palfish. What was the first one? Oh, I didn't mention that because I didn't really like it, but it's called Dot. Let me write it down. It's teaching also ESL teaching site called Dot ABC. That was actually my first. It wasn't so bad, but it comes with a contract. It was called dadaabc.com. And you go there if you want to. That was the first online job I had, teaching English, but those are Chinese children. And I think, and they paid well too. I think that the bottom was $20 an hour, and same thing. And they give you students and all of that. But the only thing, you have a contract with them. You have to sign a contract. Yeah. And it wasn't bad because it was my first. What is he? In this program, I'm on a long-term Oh, see, that's good. And you're in Spain though, right? Are you planning on staying in Spain? Did we talk about that before? Yes, we did. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. You plan on staying in Spain. Yeah, so you're good, because if you're on a long-term program, student visa, that's I was going to do the same thing here in Portugal, uh, where I can become a student, take a master's program or something like that. I like the school and plan to renew. Okay, all right. You like Spain too? Yeah. Let me see what else. Oh, I was supposed to put the YouTubers down. I didn't do that. Do you like Spain? Okay, I am really interested in Korea or China because they offer yes, they do. I can definitely talk about that because I was probably I'm still am being chased by two. I thought I put it down. Two different companies. Let me see if I didn't. I'll put it now. You can go on there right now too, and they're recruiters from these Chinese teaching English companies. They accommodations, you know, vacation time, even benefits where you get retirement, all kinds of stuff that you can get when you start working for these companies out of China or Japan. This one is called A CAD Associate, but it's spelled like this. Take the caps off. CADSOC.com. You can look this one up. And that one's a recruiting site. You can sign up for it, and they are the ones that was chasing me down. And they were, and this was like 2018, 2019, and even last year. And I kept telling them, no, no, I'm not ready yet. And actually, as a matter of fact, I gave him my cousin who's back in the States right now. I gave him my contact because I kept promising them that I was coming, and they were sending me photos of the apartment, of the whole 9 yards, sending me photos and videos of the classes. You said, oh, cool. A few recruiters came to K House. Oh, job fair. Yeah, they do that too. But these are better because you can do it all online. They will have a Skype interview with you because that's how I got in the system. They will have a Skype interview with you. I think Berlitz, not Berlitz. This a CAD one, and then I have one more that was contacting me. Oh, I can't think right now. I thought I wrote that one down, but I didn't. But the CAD Associates, a CAD Associates, the last one I wrote, that one is a good one because that one physical. I mean, I know because we had a physical um, Skype interview, and then after that, after they hired me, and then they proceeded to send me all these photos, and that one was in Beijing. The jobs they were sending me were in Beijing, and they were apartments showing me different ones, and they were actually the videos of the classroom and everything. The students, were like, hi, Mrs. Williams, or hi, Teacher Tina. We can't wait to meet you. Oh my God, I felt so bad. So I ended up giving the actual resource to my cousin, and he actually took the job. And he went for this job, but they sent him to Shanghai instead of Beijing, and he stayed for 6 months and ended up coming home in December right before the pandemic. And he liked it, but he took the job that I was actually going to get. But he preferred to like not do China anymore. He wanted to do Japan or somewhere in Europe. But he did like the job, and he's back in the States right now, actually teaching when working at a junior high, and he wasn't teaching before, so he actually started liking it too. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put the favorite YouTubers that I want you to also check out. Okay. I keep moving my glasses because they keep falling. Yeah, this one, Chris Winter. Yeah, I love this guy. He always has some good and they're all about jobs that you do remotely, remote work. His name is he's on YouTube because YouTuber. His name is Chris Winter. Okay, and then also YouTuber. I like her too. Let's see. She's a African American girl also that puts down all these kind of remote jobs too. and stuff that you can do from home. A YouTuber. And the name of hers is Dream Home Based Work. And that's the name of hers, Dream Home Based Work. And she has like a bunch of stuff. And then another one of my favorite YouTubers too. It's only 3 I have. I always go to them just to see if anything new comes up. So, and really check these people out. They have like a lot of information. Romero. Oh, okay. You said, okay, there's another. You said you visited Beijing on a layover in 2015 on my first. Oh, really? Thailand. I didn't like the air pollution. Yeah, he didn't like that either. That's what he didn't like. That was one of his main reasons for not staying. It was the air quality, plus just too many people. Even though Japan has a lot of people too, but he preferred go to Japan because Tokyo, because it's more interesting, I guess he says, and they also pay a little bit more in Japan. And yeah, and all you need with these type of jobs, I think I mentioned it already, is a bachelor's degree. And even with some of the online ones, they do require a bachelor's degree, but that's it, no other experience. And the same in all these Asian countries, no experience, just that your bachelor's degree, that's it. But yeah, but I would encourage you to, especially Korea. Korea pays good money. Also, in Vietnam, I should have emailed her before I did this live, but I have a friend. I met her in Poland. I think it was Poland. And then she was in Ukraine or one of those places first teaching English, but now she's in Vietnam, and she's teaching English there too. Got a great, teaching position with good money, and she's loving it. Yeah, I've been seeing her post and doing really good. Let me see. This program only requires bachelor's and being a native English speaker. That's it. That's all you need. Bachelor's degree and native speaker, native English speaker. That's all you need. And a lot of people don't realize that. They just think that they need so much experience. The only thing that holds some people back if you don't have your bachelor's degree, but with the online jobs, not all of them require a bachelor's degree. You can get an ESL, no, your TEFL. You know what that is? Your teaching English as a second language certificate. Type it in. T E TEFL. I think you know it already, right? And keeps cutting me off. TEFL certification. Or yeah, same thing. Yeah, just one's like a British based one certification. Yeah, they're both the same. So either one of those are good, or a TEFL or a TESOL certification. Here. Here, just in case anybody's get on here later. Certification. And they can look up the difference. You can always go online and look up the difference between the TEFL and TESOL, which is not really that big of a difference. And choose which one works for you. And what other questions you have for me? Because I'm here for that too, to answer questions. Let's see what else. Okay, you say I decided to do something with my time after graduating, so I got the certificate and did DoorDash. Oh yeah, DoorDash. Yes, and Postmates, since no one was hired during COVID. Yeah, and the civil unrest. That's true. Yeah, what about Uber? You didn't do Uber? I did Uber in 2017 when I came home for a short minute, and I liked it. I liked it for a while, because I had gotten so used to freedom, having that freedom. Yeah. No Uber. Uber was interesting because I was in Long Beach. So all my rides, I would kind of stick around in the Long Beach area. I wouldn't dare go to LA because, as you know, the traffic was just too much for me to be coming, take a ride, unless I was in LA. And then I would just hang around, LA Ubering and then come home. Yeah. Food delivery was easy oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. And it's you don't have to deal with people. You can just deliver the food and call it a day. I didn't get into that because after a while I stopped doing Uber too, and just started, when I was doing the online. Yeah, that's what I liked about that too, making your own hours. How was the money for DoorDash? And did you do Uber Foods? Because they had Uber delivery too, right? Uber Eats, I mean. Like they have Uber Eats everywhere out here in Europe now. Yeah, making that's important, making your own hours. And then think, speaking of that, even what we're talking about now, you're teaching English online, you can make your own hours, by the way. Yeah. So as long as it's in that time where your hours are matching with theirs, the only difference with the Chinese jobs, the people in China teaching people in Asia, and you're in the United States, that's a little difficult because it's such a big gap. But you're in Spain, so and that's what I was. Yeah, let me see. We say my last couple of weeks. I mean, yeah, that was good. Working 40 to 50 hours, 1,000. Okay, and then it was on your time though, total, right? Yeah. See, that's what I like. So it's kind of like the same if you were to do the online jobs. I mean, I'm gonna I'm going to also put in the description box when we're done. I'll put my referral code to both the Powfish and Ingu and Verbally. And that way you can, kind of get going with them right away if you like. But Verbaling is different because Verbaling is where you set your own rates. And it's kind of like more free talk. Yes, because I need income since no one was hiring. Yeah, true. How is it now in Spain? How's everything going now with you? Because you're in school, right? And the lockdown with COVID, I mean, and the lockdown. Uh, oh, I did put that down. Uh, I was tired of. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Are you liking the work-life balance now? Oh, that's right. Why am I not paying attention? You teach in a class in Spain right now. And are you liking it, or you want to do more online, have more in control of your schedule? I know. Isn't it much better? It's just you can't even describe it, right? The difference. Yeah. I feel the same because even when you consider yourself working really hard, it's still a big difference between the quality of life here and there, because they don't have the mentality, that workhorse mentality of corporate America. So you still end up working less, even when you think they think you're working a lot, you know. So what it Oh my God, yeah. You mean in Spain, a car? You don't need a car. For the most part in Europe, I don't plan on getting a car, to be honest, because transport is so good everywhere. No, that's just like an extra. What do you call that? That's an extra expense that you really don't need because people who have cars here, people who live here from here, they all have cars because most of the time they only use it to go somewhere far. Yeah, you don't need a car. And like for me, I don't plan on getting one. And when I do need one, I'm going to rent one. And that's like to just travel the country or something like that. It is an extra expense. You could just rent a car, which you could still use your American driver's license to rent a car and drive from, Portugal, like where I am, to Greece or somewhere, or just, travel Europe if you are from here, from Portugal to Italy, or where you are from Spain, seeing the nature, in a car. Just rent it. Rent a car to do that. But don't have one for the city. It's an extra expense, like we just said. And you do, and then the parking, where would you put it? Most people who have a car always is having problems unless they have a garage, which is rare. Finding parking in these little small spaces in Europe is not very easy. Yeah. So I do like that we don't have to worry about a car, right? Yes. So what else I was gonna mention? And I didn't know that I can use. Yeah, you can use. Yeah, you can use your own driver's license. Americans can use their driver's license as of course, as long as it's valid, which I know yours is. But yeah, I drove when I was in Paris with my driver's license, and I didn't rent a car, but I inquired about renting it, and they told me everything was fine. But then someone else, ended up renting the car themselves because they got a better deal. But yeah, we can rent a car. We can use our driver's license. Yeah, that I know. Now I don't. Maybe certain places are different, but I don't think so. From what I searched around, our valid driver's license we can use because people come to other countries on holiday or on vacation and they rent cars and they expect that. Because where was I at? I was in Italy. I was in Italy. Yeah, so I know they do. In Spain too. Yeah, they you can use your driver's license. Yeah. Yeah, that is good to know. So what else can I mention about that I have that prepared on my sheet? Questions. You can ask me any question. Oh, you said you visited Paris in 2017. I'm so glad I had to take a train, drive there. Yeah, the train. Yeah, the train is best. I love trains. The trains are like you can get the best of both worlds. You can get where you're going, but then you also get to see the best scenery while you're on a train. And yeah, being in Europe, you're right. You're close to everything. So you could take a train or, Flixbus, a lot of places. That's my favorite way of getting around sometimes. If it's so quick, I will get a Flixbus. And then if not, I'll take a train. Good thing about living in Italy when I was there, I don't know if I mentioned I was in Italy for about 6 months first. I've been back over and over again since then, but in 2016 I was there for 6 or 7 months, and they have that what is it, Train Italia. You can just go all over Italy on that train. Oh my God! You said you fly. I took a train from yeah, Amsterdam to Paris. Paris. I know that was you had some good views on that. Did you like that train ride? Because I flew from Amsterdam to Paris. I wanted to take a train, but when I was in Amsterdam, I was going back to Paris, and I did fly. But I heard the train is a good way because it's kind of like it may take longer, but you have like great views. Yeah, yeah, I thought so. My next, when we ever do get back to normal, that's what I want to do. I want to take a train. I want to take the train to Switzerland. They have this new train. It's not new, but have you heard of it? It's like that train, and it's mostly windows, and all you see is like this beautiful scenery of Switzerland and the Swiss Alps. I want to take that train to go to maybe Geneva or Zurich. You say I used my Thanksgiving vacation to visit, Paris, Italy, and Amsterdam. Oh yeah, those are the places. What is your favorite out of those? Paris, Italy, and Amsterdam, and why? What was your favorite? And for those who are coming in late, in the chat box, there's a list of all the resources I have for the online jobs that I've worked, and also the ones that I recommend that you all sign up to for good work, some great pay, and online jobs that you can do anywhere. So I think you can scroll up and see them. Let me double check. You say you never heard of that train? Oh my God, it is. What is it called? It takes you in Europe, wherever you are in Europe, but it's going to Switzerland, going through Switzerland, and it stops in Geneva, Zurich, and all these different places. But the train is mostly windows on both sides. And I don't know. I'll find out what it is because it keeps coming up in my feed on my Instagram account. Maybe I'll find it real quick. And let me see if I can find it. And I heard that it's not that expensive. Let's see. You said I never. Okay. Although it was cold, I really like. Oh yeah, when I went, it was cold too, but I enjoyed it. Did you ever go to Rotterdam? Because I came back to the Netherlands, and instead of going to Amsterdam, I went to Rotterdam and loved it. I know. Yeah, it's easy to do that in Italy because then you can take train Italia because that train whips through all through parts of Italy and it's pretty cheap. Let me see if I can find that train through Italy because I follow like Switzerland travels or something like that. Switzerland. Let me see if I can. It's and I as soon as the pandemic is up, I always say I was only in Amsterdam for a day and a half. Oh, why only a day? Oh, you were going somewhere else on your way to Paris? Switzerland. Let's see. Nope. I don't know where it is. Let me find out. Here it is, I think. I'm trying to find that train the basic that so you can follow it because they show the way the train looks. Let's see if I can. So nice. Okay, let's go to my followers.